Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to meditation class, first and third Monday. My name is Pauline, and today I was thinking a bit about peace and about love and about all these wonderful qualities, and I decided that that's what I'm going to integrate in our meditation today. And I would like to start with a little bit of movement, and it's really simple, so I'll just describe it to you if you want to just sit with your eyes closed and do it along, or you can just watch me do it. It's really simple. I'm going to ask you to sit forward in your chair. Assuming you're sitting, you can also stand if you've been sitting a lot. And placing your hands on your shoulders. And then start making circles with your elbows going backwards. And maybe you do it together with your breath, like an in breath as you lift your elbows up and an out breath as you lower your elbows down. If that's too much thinking, don't worry about it. Just do whatever works for you. Now, ideally, you start breathing in and out through your nose. Sometimes if you've had a really busy, demanding day, it feels kind of good to just breathe out through the mouth and maybe with a big sigh. And it might feel good to have your eyes closed when you do this and actually feel what's going on. Feel the movements in your shoulders, feel the movement in your upper back, feel the movement in your chest as those elbows move backwards. You might feel a little creakiness or a little popping in those shoulders, or maybe I'm the only one who feels that. And then keeping the elbows out to the side, start taking a breath in, and on your out breath you move your elbows towards each other as if you want to touch elbows in front of your chest. And then on your in breath you open those elbows and lift your chest. If your microphone is on, I cannot mute them because I'm not officially the host. So make sure you mute yourself. Breathing in, elbows go back. And then breathing out, elbows move forward and you round your back. And maybe when you're opening those elbows, you can lift your head a little bit if that feels good. And then when you're breathing out, you can round your back and look down. Hey Ashley, would you mind muting yourself? Thank you. Last one. And then lower those arms down and just shrug your shoulders to your ears. Take a breath in, and on your out breath, just drop them down. And let's do that again, lifting them. Maybe even tighten your body right here, tighten the whole body. And on your out breath, letting it go. Good. And then sit back in your chair. So things have been, I was just thinking about how a lot of people are just feeling stressed, and there's a lot going on everywhere. And how important it is to really, really honor like our inner peace. You know, the idea of inner peace and the idea of our meditation practice or yoga practices or all these type of practices are really about learning how to navigate a crazy outer world. And it's not just like, oh, I feel really great on my yoga mat. It's really about, and then what are you going to do when you walk into life? You know, so it's really like your yoga mat, that's the practice, like put yourself standing on one leg and wobbly and all that. Can you still be calm and breathe calm? But it's not ultimately about that. It's about, can you be out in the world and navigating situations where you kind of feel like you're standing on one leg and wobbling, you know, you're being challenged, and then keep that same sense of calmness and equanimity is what we call it, like an even-mindedness. Let's stretch the neck while we talk about that. And so I think especially when life seems insecure and there's a lot of different things going on and we're being challenged, it's so important to be even more consistent in our practices. Go the other way too. And to really reconnect like on a daily basis with that inner peace, because that peace is still there inside of us. You know, it's kind of like the sun is always shining, but at times there's clouds that are covering it up. So and go and turn your head to one side. I'm not doing it, but go and turn your head to one side. So even if things are chaotic, whether in your day-to-day personal life, or just when you turn on the news, you see that there's chaos. Can you find your own peaceful center while being part of this life? So I'm not saying disconnect from it all, go ahead and turn to the other side. Being fully in the world, but truly like not off it in a way, right? You're navigating it, you're doing what you need to do, you're interacting, you're doing your piece, but at the same time with a level of consistent peace inside. That's what this is all about. And then bring your head back to the center. Alrighty. So today's practice will be heart-based, because I do feel like peace we can feel peace in a way everywhere, but I do feel like our heart is really like that reservoir of peace and love and goodness, also often of sadness and all the opposites. But we're going to focus today really on those other qualities, the more positive qualities, so to say, or the pleasant qualities, as a way of strengthening that. So I'm going to ask you to sit back in your chair, have your arms relaxed on your lap. Put your feet always flat on the floor, so don't sit with your ankles crossed in your chair. If you sit on the floor with your legs crossed, that's a-okay if you like that. Do one more quick check to make sure your microphone is muted. And then go ahead and allow your eyes to close if that's comfortable for you. And if that's not comfortable, by all means, just keep your eyes open and maybe gaze down at the floor, at your legs, or just kind of stare off in space. And let's start by noticing any sounds around. Sounds in the room you're in, sounds outside the room, sounds from your own body. Just let them come to your ears. And then letting that go and become aware of just your body sitting in a chair with your feet solid on the ground. And just feel the areas that are supported by the ground, by your chair. And really allow yourself to relax into that support. There's literally nothing that needs to be accomplished right now. Just being here, being part of our group, being part of the meditation, and just tuning in with your own experience. There's nothing, no particular experience you need to create. It's more like observing yourself, really. Observing your experience without any expectation. If you notice any obvious areas of tension in your body, like around your eyes or your jaw or your neck or even your fingers, just see if you can let it go with an out breath. See if you can soften. And if not, then simply accept that there's some tension in the body. And typically during the meditation, things will soften automatically a bit. And then start noticing your breath as it's moving effortlessly in and out of your body. No need to create any particular rhythm or any particular depth. Just simply breathing. Just observe how your body is breathing naturally. Probably it's a very gentle, light and easy movement, sensation. Perhaps easiest to feel it in the nose. Or perhaps it's easier to feel it in the chest. Or maybe it's easiest to feel it lower in the torso, like the abdomen. And for some, it's easier to feel it as more of a holistic type of movement, Like the whole body breathing in and the whole body breathing out. And for the next minute, let's just keep the awareness with the breath. Easy in breath, easy out breath. And it's completely normal if your mind starts wandering elsewhere. And if you notice that, then simply bring it back to the breath. And it doesn't matter if you have to do that a whole lot of times, it doesn't make you a bad meditator. Sometimes the mind likes to be active and the mind finds it a bit boring to just simply pay attention to breath. And then bring your awareness to the center of the chest. If it helps you, you can always put a hand over the chest, even both hands if that helps you. Especially if you feel like you're a little burdened emotionally, then the hands on the chest can be a really good feeling, good supportive feeling. So this is what we call the heart center. So imagine, whether your hands are on the chest or not, imagine that every time you breathe in, you're breathing in straight into that heart center. The breath is still calm, you don't have to breathe deeper or anything like that. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out from the heart center. Just imagine that. And then imagine that each time when you breathe in, you're breathing in a beautiful light into your heart center. And this light can just be transparent or white or sparkly white. Or maybe there's a particular color that to you is really soothing. Maybe it's light blue or light pink or maybe a green color. Don't overthink it, simply whatever works for you, just stick with that. And so feel like every time you breathe in, imagine this beautiful light filling that center in the chest. And anytime you breathe out, that light spreads all through your body. Every time you breathe in, you're taking in this light from outside of you. And anytime you breathe out, the light spreads through your whole body. Make sure you keep it effortless. And just see that light expanding in your chest as you're breathing in. And then effortlessly radiating into your body and even around your body on the out-breath. If visualizing is not quite your thing, you could also even imagine warmth. Like you're breathing in warmth, you're more aware of the warmth in your chest on the in-breath. And then that warmth is spreading. Again, keeping it really easy. There's no way to do this wrong. And what this light is doing. We can work hard at removing dark areas in our heart, the sadnesses and all that. We can also simply bring more light in. By bringing in this light, we're kind of diminishing whatever is blocking our light. Just bringing light into any areas of darkness. Any areas of restriction. Just softening the heart, expanding the heart. And then imagine this whole heart space being warm, being bright, being filled. Imagine a person that needs a little of that, a little more support. Maybe they're going through a difficult time. Imagine that person in front of you, and just imagine having like a little thread from your heart to their heart. And as you breathe out, you're gently sharing some of that light of yours to their heart, or some of that warmth and joy in your heart, sharing that with them. Keep it very easy, just like the sun is just shining, effortless. See if you can make it that way with you. So you're breathing in, light is filling your heart, and every time with a gentle out breath, sharing the light with them as well. And maybe there's a few people that you can think of, and maybe you do a few breaths for one person, a few for the next. Just knowing that some other people in our life have a hard time and just need a little support and a little upliftment. And sometimes it is by us filling our cup or our hearts that we can effortlessly share that peace, that joy with them. We'll stay with this for just one more minute. And then releasing the image of your friends or the people that are in need. And bring all your awareness back to your own heart. Just simply keeping your awareness with the space of the heart. And as you keep your awareness there, I'm going to read you a poem that is attributed to Saint Therese, and I'm not sure which Saint Therese. Maybe it's Mother Teresa. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. Just breathe with the truth and the beauty of those sentences. Just feel those. Just feel the impact of that. And I'm going to be reading it one more time. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. And we'll just stay here, just nothing in particular you need to do, just simply sit and rest. Maybe there was a particular word or sentence that just jumped out at you. To me, the idea of a soul that is free to dance and free to love is just really inspiring. Just whatever jumped out at you, or just simply the feeling that you received from hearing those words, just simply sit with that. Nothing to accomplish. And we'll stay like this for one more minute. Just allowing ourselves to rest, truly rest. Trying to keep our mind in this very present moment. One of my teachers said that the goal of meditation and the goal of yoga is to stand unshaken amidst breaking grounds. To have a center of peace within us no matter what. And that there's plenty of opportunities in our lives to practice just that. And to certainly not contribute to chaos and unrest around us, but to actually be the one, the peacemaker. It starts within ourselves, and we can make changes to those around us just by being peaceful ourselves. It will ripple out. I'm inviting you to take a longer breath in and a more complete breath out. Bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe tense the body a bit and then relax again. And then maybe you rub your hands together until they feel nice and warm. And either place them both in the center of the chest or over your eyes. Today I'm going to place them over my eyes. Allow the warmth of your hands to penetrate either your chest or your eyes. If the hands are covering the eyes, I invite you to open your eyes and close. So blink your eyes a few times, look up and down and side to side. And then lowering your gaze and lowering your hands. If you have a little extra time, perhaps stay where you are and just relax. Take your time coming out of meditation. And otherwise, I'd say take a few more deep breaths and just stretch your body. And then see if you can hold on to the peace that you've created now as you move through your day. Or maybe now and then placing a hand on your chest to just kind of remind yourself to stay with that peaceful center that's there. Thank you all for meditating today with me and with each other. It's such a wonderful thing that you're all here. Today together we can amplify peace within ourselves and in our world, even in little ways. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.